Hello all, this is Piyush Kumar and welcome to MomentumIAS. So now the pre-2023 is done and the mains is about to come. Most probably the result would also come out within 10 days, and that's the reason because of what normally the way you go for a break after the pre. So now this period is over and you should come back to your preparation if you are having a kind of positive chance in this pre-examination. Even after writing the examination or giving this pre, like you mostly understand that whether you're going to crack it or not. So if you're having the positive chance, in that case you should not waste the time and you should start doing further the things for consolidating your chances in the mains examination. Now when it comes to the answer writing, which is very important in the present UPSC pattern, specifically with respect to history optional, in that case how to do it, that's very important. Answer writing does not mean only that you have been picking certain questions and then you start writing. Answer writing means that the first thing that you have been practicing on those kind of questions which are really expected in the examination. So irrespective of writing anything, if you have been writing the questions which are expected, which are probable, or let's say you are attempting the questions from all those books which are quite probable or which are going to be consulted in the paper, in that case it is going to pay you properly. That's the reason because of what, like, don't take this test series very lightly or take an answer writing very lightly, rather do it in a very organized manner. So we are launching our test series which is going to start from 11 June of 2023. And our test series remains very different from the others test series. There are a couple of things I would like to highlight as features, or let's say salient features of this test series. So one by one I'll be discussing about them. So the first thing, that the questions from the most relevant sources. That's very important, that we are not taking the questions from any of the sources or let's say previous year questions. We understand what kind of books are presently being referred by UPSC, from where the questions are being asked, because normally you can see that the questions which were being asked from 5-6 years asked in UPSC examination in history optional paper, they were from very different sources 5-6 years back, but now they have started consulting different sources. So that's the reason because of what we are trying to focus on the most relevant sources. The second thing which is very important, that's the answer writing. So when it comes to answer writing, so the keyword and diagrams do play very important role, because presentation is the most important thing, right? So that's the reason because of what we always focus in the enrichment of keyword and the diagrams, and we'll keep on discussing in the discussions ki how come in this question you could have incorporated one, let's say, diagram or any chart as such things, right? So that's the reason because of what we focus a lot on this particular part. The third thing I'll say, the content and the historiography enrichment. Through our test series, we never try to only evaluate the students, but at the same time, wherever we feel that students are lacking some information, or let's say historiography, in that case, we try to supplement even information and the historiography which is mostly missing with the students. So that also we try to do. Next is about the personalized or unlimited personalized mentorship. That's very important, as normally the aspirants are having different problems. So it is something which is like, depending on the students, aspirants. So basically we try to focus on everyone, that we can really address their problems. Everybody is having problem with the content. It's not necessary. Somebody is having problem with the content, somebody is having problem with the presentation, and so on. That's the reason because of what we always provide the personalized mentorship, that we can address the problems which they are facing. Okay. Then answer writing structured templates, so that I'll discuss later on, but the next one is elaborated discussion after each test. So of course we are going to have an elaborated discussion so as that we can really develop this content and historiography. That's the point behind it. Okay. The last thing I'll say, that we do not focus on we do not provide only the, just a second, the model hint, but we try to do it in a very different way. So if we'll see, right, the model hints what we have been providing, so we are just trying to first decode the questions. As you can see, that if the question is there, so we are just trying to doing the micro analysis of the question, how to understand the question. And why am I emphasizing a lot in this? Because most of the time I have realized that students are facing problem in understanding the question. So the moment if you have understood the question, if you are lacking content, even though you will be able to produce a good answer. That's the reason because of what comprehension of the question is very important. Then we go for the primary components of the questions. What are the components of this question which should be there? And then we discuss, suppose if it it is paper 1, in that case we categorically we categorically include the sources ki okay, in this particular question these sources must be included or they should be referred, and then we go to the historiography, that what historiography should be there, and then we go for the structure of answer, and then finally we go for the answer. And then towards the end what we do, like we are also giving you the possible introductions ki okay, these are the 3-4 possible introductions and these are the 3-4 possible conclusions. So we just try to ease your work as much as possible for us. So that's the reason, because of what I must say ki it is not just a test series, rather it is fulfilling all your requirements what you require for this 2020 mains examination. So I am quite hopeful that this test series will definitely benefit you. So please come and join it. Thank you.